geared towards the British system of education.
Okay. Well, we're happy to share a little bit with you about how the kind of community college and four-year university and transfer process works, and hopefully it will help some of your students.
Excellent. So I will, throughout this presentation, I'll maybe on my mobile phone, I'll be putting on my earphones to listen while I'm driving around, because it's in the middle of the day for us. So apologies if you don't see my face, and but I really appreciate your taking the time to actually share the ideas here.
Yeah, that's fine. Do what you need to do. We're good with that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you again for joining. And feel free to reach out to us later. At any point, we'll share our contact information. Ben will have our contact information, and we're happy to answer any questions you may have. So again, welcome. My name is Katherine Thompson, and I am from the Community Colleges of Spokane. And I'm joined here this evening, or today, with Teresa Howlett. She is from Gonzaga University, which is one of our transfer university partners. So we are located in the state of Washington. Washington, as you may know, is located on the west side of the United States, not to be confused with the city of Washington, Washington, D.C. We are the second largest city in our state, and we're located on the east side of the Cascade Mountains. So Seattle is our largest city. Spokane has about 250,000 to 300,000 people in the metropolitan area, and a very wide area surrounding our city. We are considered a medium-sized city by US standards, but a really great, livable place to live and study. In the city of Spokane, we have a number of higher education institutions, which we won't go into today because we don't have time, but Washington State is a great place to study. So just very briefly, a little bit about the Community Colleges of Spokane. We are the second largest community college in the state of Washington. We have about 19, in a normal year, a non-COVID year, we have about 19,000 students that attend two main campuses in our city. We have typically around 300 international students from over 35 different countries. We have over 120 degrees and certificate programs. We do have some scholarship opportunities. We have a thriving athletic program. We have an international high school completion program, as well as an honors program. So we'll talk about, some of my colleagues will talk about the advantages of studying at a community college, but I'd like to turn the microphone over to Teresa to share a little bit about her school, Gonzaga University.
Hi, thanks, Katie, for that great introduction. So my name's Teresa, and I work at Gonzaga University, which is, we have about just over 5,200 undergraduate students, and in the United States, that is considered a medium-sized institution. We are a private school, so private liberal arts, and we are a Catholic university in the Jesuit tradition, and we welcome students from all faith backgrounds. One of the big kind of Jesuit education is world renowned for providing holistic development, mind, body, and spirit. And we really focus on the whole person at Gonzaga. We have over 75 academic programs and 5 colleges. And as Katie mentioned, we are a partner school with Spokane Falls Community Colleges of Spokane, of which Spokane Falls Community College is a campus. And so courses tend to transfer really well between the institutions. All students who enroll in undergraduate programs at Gonzaga are required to take a core set of classes across disciplines, so students get a broad background in humanities, arts, and sciences, in addition to a really deep dive into the academic field. Within all of our programs, there's an emphasis on interdisciplinary and hands-on experiences such as internship, research, and fieldwork. And we have really happy students with a 94% retention rate, and then successful graduates with the class of 2019 saying that 94% of them are working in graduate school or doing full-time service work. Within all of our academic programs, there's an emphasis on interdisciplinary and hands-on. So we have an average class size of 22 and a student to faculty ratio of 11:1. And faculty teach courses and labs. And so we're able to offer really personal attention and advising to students. Katie, go ahead, next slide.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So shall I explain this? Shall I talk about the 2+2?
Are you good with that? Yeah.
Sure. Yep. So briefly, we often refer to the 2+2 model for international students. For us, most of our international students seek this educational path where they begin their first 2 years of their undergraduate degree with us at a community college that allows them the opportunity to develop oftentimes their language skills and academic skills while taking college level, university level classes. And usually students start with what are called general education courses. So within the first 2 years, students will focus on their general education requirements and work towards completing an associate's degree. At the end of that 2-year associate degree, they then can transfer on to a university and are often enter the university at junior level standing. And Teresa will go a little bit more into detail maybe about how that will look, but for context, we call this 2+2 pathway program.
Thanks, Katie. And so for with being a transfer partner with Community Colleges of Spokane, I mentioned that Gonzaga has a core curriculum. And so when students start at the community college, they earn an associate degree. They offer what's called a transferable associate degree. One of the benefits of having that and completing that degree is that when you transfer to Gonzaga University as a partner school, the majority of those core curriculum requirements are considered met. And as Katie mentioned, so in that 2+2, there can be some variability in terms of how long at Gonzaga, in terms of how long it will take a student to complete their bachelor's degree, just in terms of really depending on the major and how many major courses they still need to take. And as a partner with Community Colleges of Spokane, we have a very close relationship. We offer advising sessions. We are happy to meet with students while they're enrolled at SFCC and help them choose classes in coordination with their academic advisor at the community college that can really maximize their transfer credit so that they can finish in the least amount of time possible after they transfer. And we wanted to tell you a little bit about one of our alum who started at Community Colleges of Spokane and then transferred to Gonzaga, earned a Bachelor of Business Administration and Accounting, and then went on to complete a Master of Science in Taxation. So she's kind of a success story all the way. So as students when international students come to the US on an F1 student visa, they're able to work on campus. And Luca is the student you see here. And so she started at SFCC, she transferred to Gonzaga, and she actually worked, she was a student worker on campus. She worked in the Center for Global Engagement and helped other transfer students, other students who were looking to come to the US to study or looking to transfer to a four-year institution. And so I'll read, and so here she talks a little bit about just about that transfer process. And she says, the transfer process was very easy. Gonzaga's admission office replied to my concerns or questions swiftly and really helped her adjust, helped her transfer and helped her adjust. And she's currently still living in the United States. So as I mentioned, she did go on to earn a master's degree after transferring, and she works in Silicon Valley as a CPA now. So we're super excited for her and super happy that she was able to come through the process and we were able to work with her together.
Yeah, I think one of the benefits of our partnership as well is at the admission level, we have what's called a transfer admission guarantee agreement with Gonzaga. And Gonzaga has clearly articulated what students need to meet, what admission requirements students need to meet to qualify for transfer to their university. And as one of their transfer partners, we're able to offer a conditional admission or a transfer admission letter upon acceptance into our program. So that really allows students to define and plan their university education at the start, at the get-go. So right as they're applying for their community college degree and experience, they can also be thinking ahead to what they need.
If I could drive it. Bố chồng mẹ cậu có cái mạnh tiếng cả drive it.
Hi there. I'm going, so I think we are a little bit past our time is we know that you may want to also see the other presentations by our colleagues. So this is just a bit of a snippet of our education pathway with one of our esteemed partner universities. Which gives you an example of both of many different opportunities for your students, both within the public system, which is a community college, tend to be public state institutions, and also with private universities, liberal arts schools. So there's many options and varieties for students who begin at the community college level. So Teresa, did you have anything to add? I see we do have a question in the chat.
Yeah, do you want to answer that question here? Do you want to move into AirMeet?
Yes, either way we could do. I'm happy to meet you in AirMeet, Paul, if you know how to if you want to log in there, and you could visit our booth there. Would that work for you?
Yeah, sure. I will try to get onto AirMeet. That's a new app for me, but no problem. I'll try to get onto AirMeet.
Okay. We'll see you there.
Right. See ya.
Okay. And anybody else that might have questions, I would love to connect with you in Air Meet as well. So we could answer your individual questions there and also allow you the opportunity to see the other presentations that are happening right now. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
And with that, I will conclude our recording. And screen. So I'm not sure if you're still hearing us, Ewan, but if you are able to join us in Air Meet, we'd love to connect with you there.